Hello and welcome to Bryan Living and Learning. I'm Alan Brugman from the City of Bryan's Communications Department.
And I'm Sandy Ferris with Bryan ISD. March is Music in Our Schools Month, so we'll be talking with some music teachers about how their instruction is impacting student learning, and we'll check in with our dual language program to see how students as young as kindergarten are learning a second language.
And the City of Bryan will tell you about the proposed bridge that could go out at the Health Science Center Highway 47 area, and we'll also show you some of the employees that were recognized during the fire department's annual banquet. But before we get to those stories, the City of Bryan is advertising a house that's for sale through our community development programs. Do you have dreams of owning your own home, but you're worried you can't financially handle a mortgage? Then this 3-bedroom, 2-bath house at 1611 Una Street in Bryan may be for you. It's for sale under the Texas Neighborhood Stabilization Program through Bryan's Community Development Department. This house can be purchased at 100% financing and 0% interest to purchasers who qualify. To find out if you qualify to buy this 1,100 square foot house, call Community Development today at 209-5175 and make your dreams a reality.
Alan, what a great opportunity for a family looking for a home.
Yeah, I think it really is. And like I said in the story, if anyone needs any more information on that property, they can contact our community development folks at 209-5175.
Well, since March is Music in Our Schools Month, we want to show you that music education is alive and well in our schools.
Here today at Bowen Elementary, our second graders performed a music program for Music in Our Schools Month, and they performed a variety of songs. One of them was Play My Music with the Jonas Brothers, and there are some other songs about different music composers, so I like to do a wide variety of music. We did a song called Why Music, which talked about the importance of music in our schools and how it helps the kids learn and grow cross-curricular, throughout other subjects.
There's only one gift that I'm still dreaming of, a heart full of music and a world of love, a heart full of music and a world full of love.
Music helps us use our entire brain. We're using our left side and our right side and connecting those neurons. So by singing or playing an instrument, we are constantly using other subjects. We're using math, we talk about history, even science. There's something about the way our brain works in recognizing patterns, and music really helps that. There's a song that I like to teach every year called 50 Nifty United States, and the kids love it. We learn all the 50 states in alphabetical order, and I mean, if you were to just sit down and try to memorize those, it would take forever. But putting it to music really helps.
Play that music all day long, yeah!
We really like to keep them involved in fine arts for a lot of reasons. For one thing, it gives them an enthusiasm for coming to school. It gives them something wonderful to be a part of. And we really foster teamwork in our performing organizations. We work, if they're not here, we tell them we missed them. We tell them how much we need them in school. So it helps them come to school and be here every day. One of the ways that we keep them interested in signing up for band, orchestra, and choir is we go on tours of the elementary schools. And this year, as an example, we took our top boys and girls choir, and the girls sang a wonderful song from the Nutcracker Suite, kind of, and the boys put on tutus and danced around. So that kind of got those elementary kids interested in what we're doing. And the orchestra went with us. And another thing that we do is we take them on trips when we can, and involve them in social activities outside of the classroom. Anything we can do to make them feel a part of something, a part of a team, make them feel wanted and included and needed. Fine arts is excellent for helping kids feel a part of something when sometimes they feel left out. And middle school is all about socialization, and they get so, sometimes they feel so left out and bullied, and there are all kinds of things that happen, and they need the feeling of being included and wanted in something. And that's one of the things that fine arts really, and music in particular, that's something that music really does for kids, is help them feel wanted and included and needed. We talk about working on something to achieve it in choir. Sometimes I say, this is going to be one of those songs that we're going to have to work on a long time before we love it, because it's hard. And when you do hard things, you build up your skills and you build up your discipline, and that helps you in everything you do. So I think they see that it correlates to the rest of their lives, and especially when they get up older and they start trying out for all-region choir and experiences like that, they can see that excellence comes from effort. I think that helps them.
Much attention has been given recently to the area around the Health Science Center in Bryan, including the transportation needs of that area. In this next City of Bryan blog, we sat down with Deputy City Manager Joey Dunn to find out about the proposed Highway 47 overpass. Hello, welcome back to the City of Bryan blog. I'm Alan Brugman from the Communications Department. Today I'm joined by Joey Dunn, one of our Deputy City Managers here at the City. We're going to talk about a proposed project that's out at Highway 47 in the City of Bryan near the Health Science Center. It's an overpass going over Highway 47, and it's become a project that is a high priority in the City of Bryan. Joey, tell us why that is.
It is a big priority not just for the City of Bryan, but we believe for the whole state of Texas. This area represents a great growth opportunity, and it's bigger than just the City of Bryan. We're very excited about what great things are happening on the west side, and we've been investing in infrastructure for a long time, but we're to the point now where some projects that really have a greater effect than just on our own community. When I say own community, but just Bryan, certainly on Bryan College Station, and what's at stake here is really, we believe, for the whole state.
Okay, we've already got several big projects ongoing out there. Just to refresh people's memories, let's talk about those real quick.
There have been projects that we've been working on for over almost 15 years now. Of course, the Traditions Project, we're very proud of the new partnership that we have there with the acquisition of the project, and of course the completion of the clubhouse and houses that are under construction. We saw sort of a lull for a couple of years, and now we're very excited with the new reinvestment going on in that area, residential predominantly. But all of that ties in together with the Health Science Center and the first phase of infrastructure, or the first phase of that campus, which is now roughly about $150 million worth of buildings. Also some private building, or a private building being built on the campus, and just really pulls together all kinds of catalysts. Blinn College has presence there, and not just Texas A&M, but other entities that are being brought to that campus. Then you couple that with the GreenVax project, or the GCON project. It's referred to a couple ways, but that is really leveraging some really exciting new technology. Those are just a few of the catalyst projects going on the west side.
Okay, I know when we talked about the bridge, when I first heard about the bridge, one of the biggest things was a safety issue. You got all these folks who are going to be in this area, and you need to get on and off Highway 47 or get to the other side or whatever. So safety is a big issue. What are the other? Why else is this bridge so important?
Well, we've looked at this as a very critical corridor that ties all these catalyst projects together. The Health Science Center right now has has main entrance off of a frontage road that's 70 miles an hour, and that is a safety issue for people coming to and from the Health Science Center. They have what's called crossovers, and so you go and we've had, it's not just a talk about safety. There's been safety dollars put towards grade separations, bridges on 47 as recently as a couple years ago, with the recent response to safety, not just safety concerns, but actual accidents, fatalities at Villa Maria and 47. And that's the kind of thing that as people begin to go and work, and as employees and students and critical mass starts to happen around the Health Science Center, there are some real safety concerns for people coming on and off what we call the frontage road, or off those crossovers at 47. So yes, that is a major factor. Sure. It is not the only factor.
The Bryan School District has had a dual language program for a number of years. We sat down with one of those teachers recently, and she explained how the program works.
¿Cómo se dice en inglés? ¿Cómo se dice? ¿Llano o straight? Straight.
The dual language program started about 10 years ago in the district. Milan was the first school to begin. The goals of the program are for students to develop native-like proficiency, cross-cultural understanding, and have high academic achievement. The program was designed to equalize education for both our native English speakers and our native Spanish speakers, giving them opportunities to learn English as well as Spanish. it's important to understand that there are no two dual language programs that are alike. Even within our district, they vary. The programs are designed around the individual needs of the students. At Milam, our program is a strand within a school. Our school provides bilingual education, regular education, as well as dual language education. For the dual language program, the program is open to any child in the district. We just ask that they come, parents come and attend an informational meetings, because there's always so much confusion about, isn't it bilingual, isn't it dual language? And one of the key things for our dual language program is that it integrates native English speakers with native Spanish speakers throughout the instructional day, and they receive instruction in both English and in Spanish. And so in kindergarten and first grade, we focus on their native language arts proficiency. So they'll receive native language arts in kinder and first grade to ensure that they have a strong foundation in their first language. And that prepares them for second grade when they begin to receive formal language arts instruction in both languages. So they have a higher accountability. The benefits are pretty much similar, but the expectation for our bilingual students is for them to learn English. They come to school, that is the goal of a traditional bilingual program. However, due to the changing society and population in the state of Texas, we know that it's very beneficial to be bilingual, especially in Spanish. So I mentioned a little bit about the development of those cross-cultural skills. When you're sitting in a classroom and your teacher is speaking in a language that is not your own, our teachers are very good at maintaining the language of instruction. So if it's math time and they're in Spanish, they are in Spanish completely. They use total physical response, a lot of gestures, but sometimes it's just so helpful for those students to turn around and look and say, what did she just say? So the kids provide, their bilingual pairs is what we call them, so they provide that support in a non-threatening way, because so many times kids are timid or afraid to ask a question of the teacher, but when they can look at their friend and say, what did she just say? That not only gives the Spanish speaker the opportunity to practice their English, but in some cases that English speaker to practice their Spanish. We recruit 20 native English speakers and 20 native Spanish speakers. In order to be considered for the program, we ask parents to come to an informational meeting, because when we recruit, it's only for kindergarten. And it's a very big decision to make, because this may be the first time your child has ever been away from mom or dad, or that, you know, safe and security of a daycare. So we ask parents to come to an informational meeting. At that time, if they choose to put their child in a dual language program, they are eligible for the Milam program if they reside in Bryan ISD, but we do have 3 other programs in the district, Johnson, Jones, and Henderson. If you reside in their attendance zone, I encourage you to visit and see what they have to offer. We start the recruitment in early spring, and we notify parents by early April so that they can begin to prepare their child for school. And they can contact me, Julia Norsworthy, here at Milam Elementary. You can just call the main number and they'll find me.
Muy bien, obtuso. Okay, así es como...
Well, Sandy, that's a really neat program, especially for students that young. How many schools are doing that?
We have 4 elementary schools that have dual language, kindergarten through 5th grade, and then we have 1 middle school that also has the program.
Recently, the City of Bryan's Fire Department held their annual Employee Recognition Banquet. Here are the big winners from that evening. Bryan Fire Department employees were recently honored at the 2010 Employee Recognition Banquet at Briarcrest Country Club. Employees and their families enjoyed a dinner and watched as awards were handed out honoring fire staff members. The Employee of the Year honor went to Mike Richardson for his work in establishing the animal rescue program and maintaining the department's breathing apparatuses, among other things. The City of Bryan area recently made a national top 10 list, coming in at number 4, the best places in the country to retire. The latest edition of USAA's magazine lists the top 10 best places for military retirement. The Bryan College Station area made the top 5, claiming the 4th spot. Some attributes that are listed: a low cost of living, a strong economy, and Texas A&M for those sports fans. Well, Sandy, before we end this episode, I want to let folks know that we're looking for outstanding Bryan ISD graduates to honor in our Hall of Honor event.
That's right. The Bryan Education Foundation, the City of Bryan, and Bryan ISD are teaming up. We're looking for a way to honor and recognize people who have graduated from Bryan schools, who have excelled in perhaps a career field, in their personal lives, whatever endeavor they've undertaken in life, but they have done something that's worthy of recognition.
And we're looking for those nominations on our website. We've got it posted to the City of Bryan's website, nbryanisd.org. All you have to do is fill out the form and you'll nominate the folks that you think are worthy.
That's right. The nomination deadline is May 27th, and that's leading up to the actual event, which will be August 20th at the Traditions Clubhouse.
So get in your nomination today. Well, that's all the time we have for you on this episode of Bryan Living and Learning. I'm Alan Brugman.
And I'm Sandy Ferris. Thanks for watching.